Let's do sports now on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak, and we start with the big story where hundreds of Ghanaians marched in a Save Ghana football demonstration and petitioned the government over the declining state of football. Protesters called for significant reforms in football governance to revive what they describe as a dying industry. Daniel Cranton has the rest of the story.
Worn out, frustrated and plainly disgusted by the state of Ghana football, protesters at the Save Ghana football demonstration earlier today hooted at the Deputy Sports Minister, Ivan Tupoku Bobie, together with officials of the Ghana Football Association as they came forward to receive the petition by the conveners of the demonstration. A 15-point petition was also presented to the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, after a long march which had hundreds of football-loving fans join in. The march began at the Obra Spot at Kwame Nkrumah Circle and ended up at the Black Star Square before protesters proceeded to the Parliament House. One of the conveners, Christopher Nimley, said the large numbers present on the day is testament to the dissatisfaction football fans have with the current state of the game.
My brother, this is massive. We never thought, but Ghanaians have shown that yes, indeed, they love their football. We are not only going to change sports or football, we are changing sports in general. After this, if you find yourself in big positions and you don't listen, then the people of Ghana will come for you. I don't know what again you have to see or hear to get you to transform the way you've been thinking. We want a complete 360 turn around 360, and we are going to save our football and save every other sport in this country.
A lot of the protesters I've spoken to this morning have mentioned the need for Okudzeto Ablakwa to walk away. Is that an idea you believe in?
I believe in that 100%. This man has a huge conflict of interest. Whatever he does, there is conflict of interest associated with that. He has as many as 6-7 football teams. Anytime our national team call-ups are made, it is dominated by his team, by his players. At the end of the day, he uses our platform, raise the profile of his players, sell them and put the money in his pocket. He's not accountable to anybody. He sits there together with his ESCO people and the General Secretary, come up with an AFCON budget that say we should go and spend $8.5 million. My brother, if this is not demonic, if this is not wicked, you have to find the best word to describe it.
The protesters were, among others, seeking significant reforms in the governance of Ghana football. They believe Ghana's football industry is collapsing because of the poor leadership and structures. The Black Stars' exit at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations at the group stages served as a final piece that necessitated the demonstration. Seasoned journalist and one of the conveners, Sadiq Adams, offered some explanation as to why the route seemingly changed during the demonstration.
The numbers that have come and the anger in people, GFA premises cannot contain a quarter of the numbers here. And they are picking up intelligence that will not allow us to go there. We have to go by the instructions of the police. We cannot go against the police instructions as leaders because they understand what they have picked as intel. Somebody can go set fire to the GFA building and say it was caused by the demonstrators. We don't want that to happen. So you want to present the police wants a number of us to present the petition to Parliament, to GFA. But the crowd cannot go to the GFA because of the intel they have picked. We understand them. The police work with intelligence. We don't. And I think that we have achieved whatever we sought to achieve with the demonstration. Thank you. We will never allow any miscreants or any anger in anybody to destroy it. We are football-loving people. We are peace-loving people. If the police says do this, we have to follow them. We have started and we have finished. We will present the petition to Parliament, the GFA, and the Ministry and NSA. That is the most important thing. Whatever they tell us by deed of intel, we as leaders, they met us, we will follow. People may be angry that we could not go there, but you cannot use anger. You cannot let anger control your emotions. So we understand them. We thank the people for what they have done. I think the statement has been made. nothing will destroy that.
Now, Frank Anodompre is Majority Chief Whip, and he presented the petition to the House on behalf of the Save Ghana Football protesters. He wants the government to take decisive action against the GFA, even if it leads to a ban from FIFA.
Let's all accept it. We must be humble enough to accept that there's something wrong with the running of our senior national team, the Black Stars. There is something definitely wrong with that. Now, and I hear all the statements about reform and reform. I hear my colleague, the Honorable Suhini, being very loud, being very clear. It cannot just be any reform at all. Yes, I agree there should be some reform. But we must be specific on what we want to do. So I dare say that even if we have to interfere to attract the sanction of FIFA. We've heard about that. If we fear in football administration, FIFA is going to sanction us and what? If that is what we should come to, if push comes to shove, we must do it to safeguard the sports. It is all we have. You travel outside the country and once you say that you are Ghanaian, the first thing anybody tells you is that they mention one popular footballer or the other. And the football, which is a brand, is being destroyed. Whether intentionally or unintentionally, it's being destroyed. And it will not happen in this time of ours as leaders that will sit down aloof and allow things to run down. We must safeguard the situation. And I'm confident in my friend, the sports minister. We should also not think that we can oversimplify the matter and just zero in on budget. The budget is a microscopic aspect of the functions or what we have to do.
For Youth and Sports, Mustafa Yusuf has revealed that the state will organize a national dialogue to find solutions to the problem. He also described the current state of the Black Stars as unacceptable.
The Ministry of Youth and Sports is aware of disappointments among the Ghanaian populace and therefore intend to put measures that will lead to the national dialogue of all stakeholders to come up with modern and inclusive way of managing our national teams. Way forward, Mr. Speaker, the Black Star performance in the last major tournament, that is 2021 AFCON in Cameroon, 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar, the 2023 AFCON in Côte d'Ivoire, where Ghana exits at the group stage of all these three major tournaments, notwithstanding government continuous huge investments in the team is not acceptable. The Ministry of Youth and Sports is aware of disappointments among the Ghanaian populace and therefore intend to put measures that will lead to the national dialogue of all stakeholders to come up with modern and inclusive way of managing our national teams. Our Black Star will shine again. Mr. Speaker, I must say that the past 2 weeks have been a very difficult one and worrisome to me as the Ghana's Minister for Youth and Sports. Technical vacancy. Following the Ghana's early exit from the 2023 African Cup of Nations, Coach Chris Hutton was relieved of his job as a Black Star coach. This has led to vacancy ahead of other assignments by the Black Star in 2024. The Ghana Football Association has since set up a 5-member committee to commence discussion on the appointment of a new coach and a technical team for the Black Star, as we have agent World Cup qualifiers in the Osprey.
Stay with the sports minister because he has confirmed Ghana budgeted more than $8 million for the Africa Cup of Nations with regards to the Black Stars. However, the ministry spent $3 million. In a related story, MP for North Tongue Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa criticized the amount, describing it as a waste of resources.
Mr. Speaker, our estimated budget for the 2023 African Cup of Nations tournament was $8,506,450 United States dollars. And this was to cater for the pre-tournament stages, that is our pre-campaign stages, the tournament phase, that's the group stages, and also the 1/16 stage, quarterfinals, semi-finals, and finals. If we have gone through all the stages up to finals, Mr. Speaker, Ghana, the estimated budget would have been $8,506,450 United States dollars. Out of this amount, an amount of $5,070,840.36 United States dollars was released by the Ministry of Finance, of which $3,067.81 was spent on the team campaign, that is buying flight tickets for all our team players and technical team from their base to Ghana, and also taking them to Kumasi, and also making sure that their per diems are paid, the flight arrangements for the team, medicals, equipment, and logistics, hospitality. This resulted in a surplus of $2,172,055 after our early exit from the tournament. Mr. Speaker, the ministry had negotiated to pay bonuses should the team progress to the next round of the tournament. Therefore, no qualification bonuses were paid due to the team early exit at the group stage.
Mr. Speaker, the point must be made that the $3 million that we have spent for just these 3 matches, their abysmal performance, is in excess of what other countries budgeted for the entire tournament. Nigeria, $1.3 million. Zambia, $2.1 million. Open source information, go on the internet. Zambia presented $2.1 million to their parliament. And here we are, $3 million, no value for money. Mr. Speaker, the documents the ministry submitted to this House, to Parliament, if you look at how much we spent on qualifiers, Ghana versus Angola, home and away, 7.4 million. Ghana versus Madagascar, 13.2 million. Mr. Speaker, airlifting of supporters from Qatar 2022, 5.3 million. We are throwing millions, hundreds of millions into supporting these blasters, and we are not getting results. Look at the state of our pitches. We don't even have a single FIFA standard pitch, not one. Youth development is gone. The local league is gone.